Beautiful day here today. Got down cold last night, about 26 or so, 27. But see, the nice thing is the day is like it's 49 already. And it's just turned 11 o'clock. Fed 60 pounds of chicken to the vultures. There were 59 vultures on the ground and at least 40 in the tree. And we just said, fuck it. They're hungry. And you know, during this deer hunting stuff, there's one out in the road right now. You don't see too many dead deer on the road. It's weird too, because I almost creamed a buck last night on the other side of Union Point, and 2 does. When I went and picked up an enlargement of the vulture shot. There's the vultures right there. Hey guys, kicking it. Kicking it. Get a 100-pound pick, going to pick 100 pounds of chicken legs up. I love vultures. They're such gorgeous birds. They just, the way they soar through the air, and they're ubiquitous. They don't really hurt anything. They just clean up garbage, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people don't like them. I love them. I love watching them fly. I can lay on my couch on the porch and just watch them fly. Soar. So cool. Dry here now. Cool and dry. See, this property on the right, most of it is owned by the state. It's the backside of a park. And then there's some other big plots of land that are owned by. There's a couple from Michigan owns this right to the left. Wife's a real bitch. The guy's a nice guy. They had that house that was burned down that I've done a couple videos of. Somebody burned it down, that old abandoned house. And it's considered an act of arson. Some kid on a motorcycle, supposedly. But anyway, they're really nice people. They're over somewhere near Atlanta. And they needed to get power in. They bought 100 acres, I think, or something like that, across the street. And that old nasty ass bitch wouldn't let the power truck cut across their property. Like, you know, everybody does that down here, even if you don't like somebody. Now, I got a neighbor, I've told you this before, I'm going to have a talking to. He's kind of a weird guy. As a matter of fact, Marty bought 100 acres off him, and then a week later he wanted it back. Just kind of a strange guy. He is a older guy, brings a girlfriend around, just talks to her like a dog in front of her. You know, he's always like bashing women. I feel embarrassed for her, so I don't like him already. And he came over a couple months ago, and with her, or without her, and he's talking about wanting a girlfriend. I said, well, you know, you ought to try it decent. You ought to try and maybe talk to him decent. I said, you know, it's embarrassing how you treat that woman when you come over here. I said, you know, Marty and I, we really don't go for that kind of shit. She seems like a nice lady, and you act like you're a high school kid. He got right up and left. So I thought, well, mission accomplished. This fucker isn't going to be stopping by. Well, about a week ago, I was gone, Marty was gone, and there were no vehicles in the yard. And that fucking weirdo came back there in a 4-wheeler and drove around. And we got a big agate, you know, that quartz agate. We had it sitting on a trailer with a cover. He was out there. He didn't think anybody was home, and Marty's wife was there. And she already doesn't like coming here because of shit just like that. She doesn't feel safe. And then that guy has to show up. So I'm looking forward to running into him. I'm just going to say, hey, look, you know, if you want to come over, I don't want to be a total jerk about it, because I think the guy's just a little off. Just call us in advance, but we don't want people dropping by. And we certainly don't want people when we're not there. Which is true. We got no trespassing signs all over. You know, it's people are weird, man. The stuff that they do. So these tested the waters. Well, that's called drawing a boundary. I thought I drew one. I got to draw a bigger one. Daisy, you hot, hon? You hot, girl? Okay, come on up here. I'll turn the window down for you. Her hair is so thick. I turn the window down for you, hon. Come on up here, honey. See, there's clear cutting right there. But it was sold because the trees grow too slowly. You know, they just plant these trees like this. And, Daisy, quit that. And, they just grow. They don't fertilize them or anything. Sometimes they'll plant them in rows. But like I said before, this property is reject tree property. They sold it only because it didn't produce trees at the rate they wanted it to. And as I said before, you know, all the Weyerhaeuser, all those big paper companies are down here. Mostly plywood and paper boxes. Of course, 2x4s, 4x4s. That's about it. Fence posts. It's a huge business. I'm glad they are resurfacing this road. I can't help but wonder who's paying for it. I guess probably the state. And these are expensive projects. You know, when you're young, you don't think of these things. You just drive down roads. But when you get older and you look at tax bills and you do some of your own projects and you realize what they cost, you start wondering stuff like this. Who's paying for it? Which is why I'm a right-winger. I don't expect everything to be free and compensated for by other people.